So we still have a noise coming from the drivetrain of the Corvette here. So we're going to, it does have a newer differential in it. I don't think the oil's been serviced since it's been changed, or this whole differential has been installed. So we're going to go ahead and drain the differential and see what comes out. It's a good idea after so many miles to do it anyway with break-in. But this will tell us a big story about the condition of the differential. Everything seems fine. Doesn't seem like there's excess backlash or anything like that. But you don't know, and we still have a mystery noise. So it's kind of a whine noise as you get on power. If you give it more power, it sometimes goes away. Coasting, it's totally gone. And deacceleration, like engine braking, it's not there either. So we got our drain pan set up. We also got a mixing cup here so we can catch some of that and kind of twirl it around and see if we see any metal shavings. So that's definitely something very interesting. When I took this plug out, there was a massive suction noise. So that vent is obviously not working in that differential. And as you can see it draining out, it's kind of same thing. It's not venting proper. I'll show you what it looks like in a second, and I don't think it's good. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. Well, you can see by the color. It's definitely got metal shavings in it. I'll roll it around here. There's actually some fairly large chunks floating around. Some metal shavings are normal, but I think this is definitely excessive, especially since we have an issue going on with noise. See if I can get some of the chunks. I'm sure it's going to be hard to pick up on film, but you can see the color and the swirls in it. It's definitely got metal shavings in it, so that's a problem. And apparently the company that built this thing is now out of business. So we can't seem to locate them on the internet. Tried to call the number and it's disconnected. So looks like we're on our own on this one. We do have a noise we're trying to track down. So if we can put fresh fluid in there, flush it out, put fresh fluid, and get the noise to change, lessen some, or change in some way, then we can definitely pinpoint towards the differential being the 100% the issue, because that's the only thing we're dealing with right now. Now we drain it back out. Let's see what comes out. We let that drain out for a couple hours, and I am noticing when I spin that, of course there's nothing in there now as far as lube, but it doesn't sound real healthy inside. I can hear a lot of noise in there. So we picked up some gear lube. We're gonna dump gear lube back in, take it for a test drive, see if that improved it at all. But I have a feeling this differential's coming out. Got differential all topped off with fluid. Now let's drop it down. We'll take it for a test drive and see how it is now. Alright, we're cruising along here, and this is where the noise comes in. So we're in fifth gear, 50 mile an hour. Coasting, it's fine. Hopefully you can hear that whine as I get on the gas. And light gas pedal, it's air you let off for coast, completely goes away. So it's definitely better since I did the rear or the differential lubricant, but it's still there. And it's, like I said, it's not at all fixing the issue. It's kind of covering it up, but we're just trying to rule out exactly things it's not. And it seems like it's definitely the differential with the shavings, the noise, and getting a little bit better with changing the fluid. So no sense fighting it. Let's get it out, get it sent out, and we can move on from there. Well, we got it all drained out. We got the differential drained. We got the transmission drained because we have to separate the two. Nothing like tearing apart a car you just put together, but sometimes that's the way it happens. So let's go ahead and get started on this. We'll pull the wheels off and as you can see, guys, we got most of pretty much everything unhooked. Subframe's loosed and dropped down. It's hanging on the nuts here at the bottom of the threads. Shocks unhooked, upper A-arms unhooked. We're going to leave the braking system, since we're taking the subframe down separate, we're going to leave the braking system intact. So we unbolted the bracket, and this should float there. Both calipers unhooked. Emergency brake cables unhooked. The wiring harness are unhooked from the speed sensors and routed back up and tied up. We do have a small block of wood between this plate and the torque tube so it doesn't pinch the cooler lines. We also have our differential mounts undone. So at this point, the subframe is just floating there. And it's, like I said, it's just hanging off the last few threads. So we're going to drop this down. We did get our axle slid out too. So once you get the upper A-arms and the brake calipers off, you can allow this to swing down enough to pop your axles out of the differential. So we're going to drop the car down, take the last few, or actually we just have the 4 bolts, 4 nuts hanging on our studs here. We can actually take 2 of them off. This thing's not that heavy. We'll put them up there, 1 on each side, and just let that hang there by the 2. So this is ready to drop out. Emergency brake cables will tie up here. So let's let the car down. We'll get the subframe out of the way, and then we'll be ready to tackle unbolting the differential and sliding it off. Not quite sure if I'm gonna make it past the mufflers yet. We'll have to see. We may have to pull the mufflers again, but let's see. Got the car let down. Got a jack under this side of the subframe. We'll reach up and pull this last retaining nut. We just dropped it. We'll let the jack down. That'll free up this side. We'll do the same thing on the other side, and then we should be able to lift the car right up off the subframe. And it should be good now to just... Oh, there goes our caliper. You don't want that to happen. Try that again. And there we have our subframe dropped out from the car, out of the way. We'll slip it back. And then we'll get to, there's a couple things we got unhooked. There's an electrical connection up here. We just pop that off. We'll make sure this brake line stays out of the way, and we'll unbolt all of our bolts and get that differential slid off there. Like I said, I'm not sure we're going to clear the exhaust here quite yet. Once we get that unbolted, I'm hoping it'll tilt down enough to come out, but we may have to pull the mufflers yet. And we all knew that wasn't going to work, so now we have the mufflers removed. Now we can slip that differential straight back off the tail shaft of the transmission. And I guess we'll probably take our mounts off, make sure there's nothing bolted to this that doesn't need to be, and we'll get this thing palleted up and get ready to ship it off. And there you have it. We got the differential sitting on the floor. It's really not a horrible job, but you can see how long that shaft is, so that's why we couldn't get it off that way. We just took the mufflers off on the back section this time because we already repaired that front to some degree. So now we need to slip the subframe back under and loosely get it bolted back up so we can make this thing a roller, because it's going to take a little bit of time to get this shipped out. Tear it down, figure out exactly what they want to do, and rebuild it and get shipped back to us. So at least 3, maybe 4 weeks. And while we're here, I don't know if the light helps or hurts. It's a little bright with the light, but you can actually see the wear pattern in the ring and pinion, the ring gear anyway we're looking at. And if you look down here on this little ledge where the fluid lies, it's covered in metal shavings, and there's actually a couple chunks in there. So not very pretty. Like I said, this wasn't wasted. It didn't break. It's just for whatever reason, I guess it wasn't set up right or something failed inside, and we now have play. And definitely wear. Like I said, you can look in there and see on the heel of that gear, and you can see the groove cut into it. Right here on the shutter wheel on the ring and pin or ring gear, you can also see all the metal shavings. So yep, time to send it off. That's where we're gonna stop here on this. Like I said, we gotta drag that back under and hook it back up, make it a roller again until this comes back. But for now, we're waiting, and we'll catch back up with this project as soon as that differential comes back rebuilt. By the way, it is going out to RPM transmissions. They supplied the parts for the torque tube rebuild, also the urethane couplers and the bearings, and they're definitely a very reputable company, so we'll definitely send this out, and they should be able to take care of whatever's going on inside there. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming. A shop full, as you can see. We need to get back on this Camaro and get it finished up and get it back to the customer. This took a little bit of a detour, but yeah, time to get back on that and get it finished up.